do you respect his fighting ability going into this?
Look, he was never world champion. That is fake. That is fake. That's just boxing. You couldn't tell me now that there was a time in this in Paulie's career where he was the number one boxer in the world. There hasn't been a time like that. That's boxing for you. You can avoid. You can. There's many belts, many different weight classes. You can avoid people, and that's what everybody does. Nobody wants to fight, each other. So he has never been the number one guy in the world. His true record is 1-8. Anytime he has faced a true fighter, a guy that can fight, he got his ass whooped. Those are just facts. And in terms of, but still, I got ready. I didn't take this lightly. I still, even though I knew that the fat man off the couch is coming in to face me, I prepared for the best version of Paulie. I've been sparring guys that were Olympic medalists. Paulie never won an Olympic medal, because everybody been telling me about the speed and this and that. So I wanted to get guys that are faster than him. And I did just that. And I was holding my own. I was doing just fine. So like I said, I'm ready to beat him at in a boxing match. But this is not boxing. All I have to do is grab him once, and this is game over. And if people talking about, he will be able to avoid the clinch, have a look at any boxing fight. You will see there is shitload of clinch. Any boxing fight has loads of clinch, but then the referee comes in and separates them. There'll be no referee saving his ass here.
And one more question. After your last fight, you and Jason Knight went to war. You were both bloodied up. I saw you leave on a stretcher. I heard a little story that once you got to the stretcher, you were coherent again, and you were having a little fun in the ambulance after the fight. And how long did it take you to heal up from all that?
Yeah, everybody is like talking about, I went to the ICU or whatever. I didn't go to no ICU. I went just to the hospital the same way Jason went to get my stitches. I was there a bit longer because while I was in the hospital, a train hit a car. So of course I got put down the list, because I was
a train hit a car?
Yeah, so there was loads of casualties. So of course the doctors were dealing with them. So as a result, I ended up staying longer in the hospital. But I was just waiting. I was just fine. So I got a few stitches. That's it. It took me about a week or two to heal up. Honestly, but I was in the gym that same week that I came back. I was in the gym training. As you can see, back to
you look great. Well, thanks for taking the time to answer my question, man, and good luck Saturday night.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
To be a fighting a boxer, you come from a MMA background that nobody can push up with the grind that we have as MMA fighters and stuff like that. How do you think he's going to hold up at all with the pressure you bring clinch while holding his head, shoving him against the wall, and keep hitting him, stuff like that? How do you think he's going to handle that?
He's delusional. I don't even think he's delusional. He probably knows he's fucked. But like I said, he is broke. Whatever he's saying and showing the watch, he put the watch on purpose because he's heard me talk about him being broke. So he's like, oh my God, I gotta fucking rent or get or borrow or whatever and show that I'm rich. Look at that suit. It doesn't fit him. That's his granddad's suit. And look at the style of that suit. That's from 1970s. What is that fucking suit? You can see that's been dug out from the fucking closet, not been used in many, many years. So right, I gotta look fucking rich here. So he put this stupid suit on and a stupid watch on, and that's it. Pretending to say that he's got money. He hasn't got a fucking pot to piss, and he's broke. And that's why we're doing this.
Do you think your pressure is going to be more than what he's used to from being in the boxing ring?
There's many differences. My pressure, the pace of the fight is very different. A boxer probably thinks, I'm fighting for 36 minutes normally. Here is just 10. That's going to be easy. No, it's completely different. You know what I mean? It's because this is a sprint. A boxing fight, it's more of a marathon. A 12-round boxing fight is more a marathon rather than a sprint. Here, it's like being in a blender. You just go in there, 2 minutes, go. And it's completely different energy systems. And I have a feeling that he is going to be exhausted after a round or two. And then I'm going to play with him.
Thank you. Last question. Do you think that what happened with Conor back there when the tapes were released and all that kind of stuff, do you think that he's embarrassed and feels like he's got to kind of save face for that?
He was definitely embarrassed, but also, his thing was he was completely forgotten. He never got this type of publicity, even when he was the world champion. So he saw all that. He's like, oh my God, I gotta run with this. This is my opportunity to make a few quid. Because before that, he's saying, I've got more money in the bank and this. If you have more money in the bank, you're not fucking commentating week after week for $200. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you so much. Good luck to you.
Do you believe Paulie is he tough enough to do bare knuckle?
Look, he was known as the tough guy back in the boxing days, but like I said, toughness is a lot about where your heart is at. When you're in that up and coming and you want to go and get it, that fire inside your chest, that makes you tough, that makes you want to keep going. His fire is long gone, so he doesn't want this. I just need to give this guy an excuse to quit, and he's gone.
Artem, David was up there saying this is MMA versus boxing. Clearly, this is not MMA versus boxing. But what does that do in your head when when he's up here saying this is MMA versus boxing?
Listen, to me, it doesn't really matter what says. I've been getting ready to do boxing versus boxing. I'm like a boxer now myself. I've been boxing a lot and some very, very high level guys. I'm getting ready for a move into boxing. Like I said, I'm hoping to fight, some of the big names in boxing once I get rid of this motherfucker. But yeah, of course, I will be using my MMA skills. Make no mistake about it. Clinch is my world, especially against an amateur in the clinch like Paulie.
And a lot of times, fighters when they go in the fight, they want to stay non-emotional. They want to keep their head out of it. Is there going to be any danger that you're maybe too emotional going into this fight, wanting to hurt him so bad?
You never have to worry about that with me. I'm still going to be in his face, whether I'm emotional or not. I'm going to be on top of him. He is not going to hurt me. He can do jack shit to me. His hands are brittle and fragile, and I will break this man up.
Is it difficult dealing with this fight week always? Because half the time it's not just your opponent, you're dealing with his camp, you're dealing with his entourage. Does that make fight week a little more difficult?
What's this little Magic Mike fucking camp? What's this? All dressed up with this magic. What's fucking magic? Nothing magic about this motherfucker. So no, that doesn't bother me. Also, my life's been difficult. I moved all around the place. I lived in Argentina, so I'm used to being on my own always, with nobody, around to back me up. Here, I had my friends with me as well. So if anything got going, I was ready to go. But his guys don't intimidate me. Plus, do not forget, all my guys are trained MMA fighters. If a street brawl breaks out against boxers, this is no disrespect to boxers. They're all tough guys. And if they were to meet a normal guy that never trained, of course they would have the upper hand. But against an MMA guy, a boxer just hasn't got a chance in a street fight. Those are just facts.
Yeah, and you mentioned entourage. Of course, everybody always wants to know, is Conor going to be there? But do you know, is there anybody that you know for sure is going to be there with you?
Tune in Saturday night and you will find out. There's more than one reason to tune in on Saturday night, and that's just another one.
Artem, from a technical standpoint, what did you learn from your experience in your first fight of night?
Yeah, many things that I wasn't prepared for. One that I spoke already about is that the shortness of the rounds. Because in my preparation, I was boxing. So what I was doing 3-minute rounds instead. And I was doing more rounds. In my head, I thought, well, I'm doing more, so that must be good. But no, it's a completely different energy system. Like I said, you do more of a marathon in a boxing fight when it's 12 rounds. Here, it's all sprint. It's all just go, 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 go. So that was one of the biggest differences. And of course, again, just the bare knuckle, you realize that most shots land in there. It's very hard to cover. So I don't know. This guy is fucked. I swear to God, boys. I just cannot wait to get there. I'm so happy to finally be here. I didn't think he would show up. I knew he needed money. I knew, that he's really, really stuck. He's in debt, this motherfucker. But I still had my doubts. I was like, this motherfucker, this magic man is gonna disappear. But no, we're here. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe the happiness. Let's get him in there and let's fucking punish this motherfucker.
I guess one last
sorry.
You talk about the hands. Did you injure your hands after the Jason fight?
Look at these bad boys. Look, I tell you one thing. In between rounds, when I was sitting down, my hands felt shattered. The pain was agony. But that doesn't bother me. I just say, bite the fucking gum shield, let's go again. And I was surprised that nothing broke. Not a single bone broke in my hands. I couldn't believe it. Nothing broke. The Russian hammer.